Hey guys, today I'll be showing you my Dark Magician deck. This is a deck that I've been working on for so long now, for a few months, and this for me is the best build that I find that suits my playstyle. So enough chat, let's go straight into the deck profile. I will be explaining my choices for some of the cards, so yeah. So start off with 3 Dark Magicians, a necessity in the deck, obviously it's a Dark Magician deck. Then we go to 3 Magician of Dark Illusions, basically for bringing back Dark Magician from grave when you activate Spell Trap during your turn, or during your opponent's turn if you activate Spell Trap, bring back summon itself from your hand even. And then we have 3 copies of Magician's Rod. Basically, status for deck, search for any spell/trap which mentions specifically Dark Magician in its text, add it to hand, not Eye of Timaeus, that's a Dark Magician monster. Then we go to 2 Chocolate Magician Girls, just help with draw power, so discard any spellcaster and draw 1 card. You can also special summon a spellcaster from your graveyard when she's attacked, and then the attack target will be switched to that monster. Also water, so it goes well with Gigabytes. So then you could go into Bahamut Shark, then Totally Awesome. So yeah, that's why these 2 cards are in the deck. I did have Tin Goldfish, but I feel like Gigabytes is a better option, because a Tin Goldfish, you basically have to have either another Tin Goldfish or this in hand to make the Totally Awesome, to make the Bahamut Shark to go into Totally Awesome. So I feel like Gigabyte's a better option, because you could summon her, but if, say for example, you don't have this in your hand, discard, I don't know, any monster or any spellcaster even, draw into him, then you can summon it, and then there we go, that's Bahamut Shark, Totally Awesome. Then to finish up the monster lineup, you got Kaiku, because it's always good to banish stuff from your opponent's graveyard. This also stops them from banishing cards from either player's graveyard as well. Next, gonna go off to the spells. So Dark Magical Circle, so when it's activated, look at top 3 cards of your deck, and then add a spell or trap with Dark Magician mentioned in the text. And also, when if a Dark Magician is summoned, I guess a banish 1 card on the field. Then go to 2 Dark Magic Attack. I felt like 1 at times wasn't enough, because there isn't enough back row removal in the deck, other than the whole banishing thing. Whereas, obviously you can get rid of all the back row of this, but I might take it out because it does sometimes break. Because there have been times where I open up with 2, so I might drop it out, put in a Mystical Space Typhoon and Twin Twister maybe. We'll see where the deck goes with it. Then Dark Magic Inheritance, just to search out any spell trap card with Dark Magician on text, as long as you banish 2 cards from the graveyard. And then Illusion Magic, tribute a spellcaster, sorry. So, and add Dark Magician from deck and or graveyard to hand. That's up to 2 of them, sorry. And then Summoner's Art, to add Dark Magician from deck to hand. Well, it's not Dark Magician, it's a normal, that's level 5 higher, but Dark Magician is what we use it for. Dark Magic Veil, pay 1,000, and special summon a Dark Spellcaster from either my hand or my graveyard. And that's it for the Dark Magician related stuff. Then we go off to draw power, which is 2 Positive Dualities, 2 Allures, 1 Upstart, and one Day of Peace. One Day of Peace is actually really good if you open it up in your first hand, because you don't really go off as much in your own turn, because you mainly play during your opponent's turn. That's when you set up your Dark Magicians. So yeah, one Day of Peace, it does help save you as well from attacks from your opponent as well. And then to the final spell cards, which is 2 instant fusions. Obviously, you can go into Northern or Rare Fish to go into Bahamut, then Totally Awesome. And to top it all off, 1 Raigeki. Then that's it for the for the spells. Then to the trap cards, we have 3 Magician's Navigation, Special Summon Dark Magician from your hand, and then after that, Special Summon Dark Spellcaster from your deck. Yeah, and then when this is in the graveyard, other than the turn it was sent there, banish it. As long as you have Dark Magician on the field, banish it, and you can negate a spell's trap card. Then Eternal Soul, 2 of them. I felt 3 was a bit cloggy, and then I would open up with quite a few of them, so yeah, that's why I have 2, and it's a good number for me. And then we do have 2 strikes and 1 warning, and that's it for the trap cards. Then we go to the extra deck, so we've got 1 Northern and 1 Rare Fish to help us go into our Bahamut Sharks, which then helps us go into our Toadally Awesomes. You could get away with just playing 1 if the Forbidden Limited list actually does hit this card, limited to 1. I can still play it at 1, because obviously it can recycle itself, but there is a possibility that you actually can go into 2 of them, so that's why I do play 2. Then we've got 2 Ebon Illusion Magicians, whichever goes into instead of this guy, Ebon High Magician. However, this is good for cards like Denko Sekka, because then you can play your traps from your hand, so you don't actually have to set them. So if you go up against someone who does play Denko Sekka, always go into him. And then for the other rank 7s, we do have 1 big guy to see the opponent's stuff, 1 Draco Sack, goes Draco Sack, so okay, don't always go into him, but yeah, he does help sometimes. And then Flare Metal. Flare Metal is always good to go for game, because you mainly go, what you'll usually go have a board of is, you'll have an Ebon Illusion Magician and 2 Dark Magicians, then that's usually 7,500 damage, then go into him, then that's game. Then we do have 1 101 Arc, because I feel like he's better than Castell, because he just steals your opponent's stuff. And then 2 Stardust Dragon, because you can go into him, because I do side Starlight Road. So that's the extra deck. And to the side deck, we do have 2 Flying Sea, just to stop those Burning Abyss and Xyz heavy decks. And when Zodiacs do come out, I'm going to bump this up to 3. Also going to side 3, is it Forbidden Lance or Chalice? So either one of those. Anyway, we go. I've also got the Winged Dragon Ra Sphere Mode, and to accompany him, we actually do have the Winged Dragon Ra. Decided to just test him out in the side just to see if he was any good. Turns out he's amazing, because he helps win your games. Because obviously he does have the effect of paying life points till you only have 100 left, and then you can do the damage, and then that's usually 7,900 damage, and then as long as you've got 1 other monster, then you've got game. Unless your opponent scoops first, which is what usually happens. And we've got 2 systems down. obviously ABCs on other machine decks. Then 2 Twin Twisters. This might get, the dark magic attack might be replaced with one of this, and then I'll put another one on the side. And for boards that you can't really deal with, we do have 2 Quaking, also good against things like Vanity's Fiend and Barrier Statues. 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance, just to stop those pendulums. And finally, 2 Silent Roads, just for decks that spam board destruction or Twin Twisters out all the time. And then 2 Yugi tokens, because we can, and we can use them for Draco Sack. So yeah, that's my deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the deck list. Anything you want to suggest I should play or something I should take out, go ahead, put it down in the comments. A like would be much appreciated, and a subscribe. We'll be posting some more stuff for the next week, hopefully. So yeah, catch you guys later.